Wow, guys, what a weekend of racing. So keeping with the theme of everything I own is old and junk. You see that puddle under there? Now, luckily, I did make it to the shop. We pulled up to the shop over here at B&K Performance, and we're like, what in the world is that puddle of red stuff? And it is leaking hydraulic fluid, and it is pouring. This is the line that is leaking, and I don't know who put it on. It looks like a fairly new line. You can see it was rubbing the frame pretty bad there. So, yeah, we're going to get a new line. Luckily, we made it to the shop. We'll get all this anti-rust preventative coating off of it at some point. Yay. We got a new hose. Luckily, we made it to the shop last time, but it was just basically rubbing on the frame. So now we got it cleaned out real good. We're going to stick the hose back on. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I just got the car pushed in the shop. Actually, we drove it in the shop, so that's a good thing. We're over here at B&K Performance. We're going to work on the race car a little bit. We got to make it better. We are racing this weekend. We're going to be at Harrells Dragway on Saturday. Pennywise Racing is doing his birthday bash. I think they've already got like 30, 35, 40 cars that are going to be coming. Small tire, street tire, and I think a street car, if I'm not mistaken. But we're going to work on this thing, see if we can get it better, and hopefully go test on Thursday. Comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see y'all soon. All right, guys, the first thing we done, we went ahead and moved the wing up about 8 inches, 8.5 inches. We need to get it in good air. I don't know how much it was helping down lower. It probably was helping some. We got to get some more data on it. But if I'm going to look silly, which I agree, the big road race wing looks kind of silly. And yes, I mean, it's very similar to the one that is on Chief's car, big Chief's car. I mean, which he said he's got data and proves that it picks up. So I'm willing to try anything. Like I said, I am about function over looks. So, you know, for us, I mean, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then we'll take it off into a regular style wing at some point. But this has got to give downforce. Okay, we're going to try it there anyway. At some of these tracks where it's going to be very limited prep, we'll try it up higher. And then this is the other holes we got when it's all the way down. So if we need to, we can push it down. And we can straighten it out too. I mean, we can, I think it's got like a 12-degree attack angle. So, okay, so next thing we're going to do, we're going to get on here and we're going to actually plot out the rear suspension. I'm going to take some measurements and see what we got. And then I'm going to make some changes. I know what changes I want to make based on what the car was doing, but I actually want to get some measurements so that we can see how much of a change it actually is going to be. So we're going to do that real quick. All right, guys, so we want this thing to separate, right? And so when you look at these bar angles, the car is jacked up in the back, so it's kind of exaggerated a little bit. That bottom bar looks flatter than it is, but it actually is some rake on the bottom. Top bar has a ton of rake on it. But this thing, when I look at it, now granted, this is my first time messing with a 4-link that is parallel. I've always messed with the Mustang stuff. That upper bar looks like it's about the right angle, and the bottom bar is uphill slightly. That gives you, generally on a Mustang, it gives you some good anti-squat. So when I plug and chug this one in the calculator, I was going based on looks. It is 108%, and that is not near enough. What I'm gonna do to make this work, so the first pass, the upper bar was up 1 hole. It was up there in the 1 hole over that, so it didn't stand a chance of hooking. It was 100%. It was below 100% anti-squat where it was, and we also, that bottom bar was flat. It was up 1 hole here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the upper bar, we're going to go up 1 hole, and the bottom bar we're going to move up 2 holes. And so when we move up 2 holes on that, now we're gonna have a pretty good rake on the bottom. That's gonna give me about 160%-ish anti-squat. So this thing should try to separate some. And be more favorable to what I think the back of the track stuff's gonna want. Now, the race we're going to this weekend is front of the track from the starting line, but we got these good QA1 shocks back here. So these QA1 shocks, they can handle some separation. So if it looks like it's trying to separate too aggressively, then all I'll do is tighten up extension on them, and I think we'll be okay. Those Mod Series shocks are just bad to the bone. So, okay, that's what we're gonna try. Let's move this stuff around real fast. Boy, check this out. So since I couldn't see over David's hood, we decided to see if mine would fit, and it does. And I think I like it. And I got him to go ahead, Brian. I kind of liked it in the front, but then I was like, I think I want to look more kind of like the Cobra style. So we did that. We got a couple more things we're going to put on it. We got to patch the hole at some point. Now, you know what's funny is that hole in the fender stayed forever. That hole in the hood, if I'm not careful, will stay forever. A few little things to do on it. Probably get them to kind of patch these up. But we got enough hood supports on it, or pins. I think it'll be okay. It kind of overlaps on this side from where the fender is just so jacked up. But, dude, I'm digging that. I think I like it. So I just got done with the 4-link stuff, and I did make new bottom bars. Courtesy of Junior Bissett. He was not very happy with the way I had the other ones sectioned. So we made new bottom bars. That took a little while to do, but we did that. But one of the problems we run into, I moved that bottom bar up 2 holes, and that diagonal link was one of those things that was attached to the bolt. So I had to get another bolt, attach it to the bottom here, and then we moved that one up there. So now the anti-squat, you can see this thing's almost like a ladder bar. This is at ride height, so we got some pinion angle in it so that it will try to separate the back end. Now, if all my calculations are correct, which they may not be, but they're close, it ought to separate pretty good. So we'll see what we're doing. Woo, that wing. That wing is big, boy. All right, guys, well, that is going to wrap it up tonight. Wow, man, that wing is a little bit excessive. I'm digging the old hood. That looks much better to me, so I'm very happy with that. Front cutout looks good. I think this is jam up. So I did get the suspension set. We have some anti-squat now, and this thing is going to hopefully separate. I did also scale the car out. Right now, with me in it, it's 28. I think it was 86. I'll post a picture of the scale. And the bias right now is I think it's like 53% on the nose, and I've got weight in the back, so I really missed it. I mean, most of the weight coming out of the back of the car. There's still a lot. I've got to get that aluminum block in here so that we can get this thing a better bias. Now, I was stacking some weight back there on the wing just to see, what that would do for bias. And I've got another 100 pounds. If I put 100 pounds in it, and it doesn't have to be on the wing. That's just, up high on the wing. If I was to mount it on those bars or something, that would probably be very beneficial because of just the leverage effect when the car started taking off. But, down on the body is still going to be okay. That'll get me at 49% on the nose, and it'll be just right at 3,000 pounds. So that's a little bit lighter than the other one. I think the other car was I had all the weight in it, everything I had in it. To get the bias where I wanted it, it was about 3,600 pounds. So we are a couple pounds lighter, not by much. Now, if we take all the weight out of it and I was to lose my belly, with all the weight out of it, it would probably be 56 or 57% on the nose, which is perfect for a radial car. And then you figure it would probably be about 2,600, 2,650 with me in it. And on radials, that would be fast. So we might see that a little bit this year. I just don't know. We'll drop the wing down, of course, if that thing stays on, and we'll see what it can do. So we might be able to hit some moderate radial prep, not real radial prep. See, Brian's got his pushed in over there. Brian Harper is working on it some, trying to get it ready. His first race, 28's Gone Wild, is happening the 1st of April. So he doesn't have much time. He's got about a month to get it all back together. He's making some significant changes. So they got a lot of work to do to that one. So I guess that's going to wrap it up. The only thing I got left to do, I need to pull the valve cover off. And then once I get the valve cover off, I need to check the valves. I have one rocker arm over here on this passenger side that is a little bit noisy. It is clacking pretty good. So I need to go ahead and adjust that real fast. And then I think we'll be done for the evening, which is already tomorrow. It's after 12 o'clock already. Kelly thought I was done. All right, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see y'all soon. We'll be at the racetrack, hopefully Thursday night testing.